Did Young Thug just end the Drake Future Metro Boomin beef with one tweet? What up, words? Your boy Charles Brown back again talking facts. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe, hit the notification bell. Keep sending those Cashaps. I appreciate you, gang. I don't know if Thugger just ended the beef. He tweeted out, he added Drake, he added Metro Boomin, and he added Future, saying, yo, listen, music ain't been the same. We got to get back collabing. We got to squash this beef, these petty differences, right? Thugger has spoken from jail. And guess what, gang? Future is responsive. Future reposted the tweet. That means Future is open to this reconciliation that Thug is proposing now. A lot has been said, gang. You run to Atlanta trying to get... Listen... Thug is from Atlanta. Thug is Atlanta. Ain't he speaking for the whole Atlanta? They want him back. They want Drake back. Is that what we hearing, gang? I don't know. So Future retweeted this, which means he's open to it. I don't think you're going to hear from Drake for a while with this, but it's not inconceivable that these guys make up. There's a lot of money on the table now. There was a lot of things said. I'm going to be honest. If you make an album, 2 albums, and say, we don't trust you, right? You make 2 albums about me and they both call We Don't Trust You and We Don't Trust You Too. We Don't Trust You More. Like, we got a lot to discuss, gang, and how that's going to look to Kendrick. Kendrick went out, started a whole war on your behalf, on your record, on your song, which I believe, if I'm not mistaken, went #1, right? Like that went #1. How that's going to look if Kenny did all that only for you to be keying with him next year. 1 year later. Right? Peace out premiere. One year later, you keep keying back with the dude that we had all these secret meetings. We decided we was going 20v1. And now you reposting a olive branch. See, Thug don't have nothing to lose because he's not in the middle of this. He don't know all the ins and outs. It's probably a lot that's been said and done. And I get it. Why wouldn't you want peace, right? Fat Joe goes around making peace all the time. Fat Joe squashed 50 and, well, him and 50 squashed they stuff, right? He squashed 50 and Jay-Z. He squashed himself and Jay-Z, right? He tried to squash Irv and 50. That's the only one he couldn't squash. But Fat Joe goes around making peace. Why can't we have peace? Why can't Young Thug get in the middle and make peace with these two dudes? Now, me personally, I never saw what Future was so mad about in the first place. Maybe it was over a chick, but you gotta think these chicks, especially with these guys, they come and go, right? I'm not condoning what Drake did because Drake is wild. If Drake did something to get him back over a chick, that's devious, and that's not just about the chick, right? If you're going directly at a girl just for the reason that she was with him and you want to get him back, that's not even about the girl at that point. You're doing it devious to hurt him. So it's not really, it's bigger than a female. So if something happened where he specifically targeted a girl, slept with her, and then let it be known to this guy, that's a little bit more than just, it's over a chick. If he accidentally slept with her, that's different. But if he made you feel away and then you targeted her, then that's going to be hard to come back from. But with all that being said, people have come back from worse, right? We've had people truce it up over murders, right? People have truced it up that got beat up and jumped, right? Whole crews have squashed beef. So they maybe could squash beef. Now, I don't know if, at this point, I don't know who needs it more, though, right? Future's still making big records. Future's still making big hits. I don't know if Future needs Drake like Drake needs Future right now. That really would be a really, really good thing for Drake to consider. I'm just going to be honest. It really, really would. Now, he made up with Meek, didn't he? Him and Meek back on stage, shaking hands, being cool, goody-goody, right? He ain't gonna never make up with Pusha because the things he said about 40, but he's made up with a lot of other people that he's had beef, so I can see. And they really did have a good chemistry. When they was together, they seemed, that's why I was so out of nowhere, because they seemed to genuinely get along. But at the same time, it seemed like Drake wasn't putting as much in as Future. It seemed like Future was putting, when he went in, he went in. If with Drake to just jump out there and do that whole album with 21, just bypass Future for whatever reason, that's a hurtful situation. So I feel like Future may need to be spoken to about reciprocation. I don't think he believes Drake reciprocated enough in that relationship. And that's why I got a little funky. And I think Metro's problem, I don't know. This is just from the outside looking in. I'm just a dude looking in from the outside. And I'm going to just be honest, I could be way off, but on a level beyond what they are saying it is, I truly think when I look back at how Metro speaks about Drake, I think he thinks that Drake thinks he's better. I think he feels like, in a way, Drake thinks he's too big. Like when he had that song and Drake jumped on the remix without asking him, like, and then give him the record. And like, here's the remix. Put it on your album. He's like, nah, I'm not doing that. That's what you do to people that you think are trying to play you. You get a record from Drake, he jumps on your remix. Every producer's going to want that. But he probably took it like, bro, you're trying to like muscle my project. You think you got enough juice to just come in at the end of my project, jump on a record and say, here, take that, throw that out with that. As if you're doing me a favor. Some people, I'm just going to be honest, they don't like that. Some people don't like you to act like you're the end-all be-all. And I really think, I'm watching Metro, and I feel like he thinks Drake thinks he's just too big. And some people really just don't like that. And when he lost them awards, I think he couldn't hold it up. He's back like, yo, y'all, I think he felt like the industry's propping him up. Like, yo, you're letting this guy win a lot of stuff. You're overlooking things just because his name. You overlook me for these awards just because these names that this stuff not better than my stuff. I think he feels like this guy automatically gets everything he asks for. So I don't know. They're going to have a little more healing to do because he actually said if I told everybody what we was actually beefing about, they would think we were both crazy, right? That's what Metro said, right? I think what they're beefing about is something petty, but it grew into something bigger, right? And I don't know if when you feel like somebody just not connecting with you on your level, and you think they, you know how they say they better than us. They think they better than us. A lot of little sneak disses and little, he don't show up to this and he don't show up to that. That starts to get at people. It gets under their skin, dog. So I think that his thing with Future ain't as bad. I think Metro's has a personality issue with him. I think he sees something in that man and he don't like it. To put this much energy into all of this negativity and just getting them back, and he got BBO Drizzy told him shut up, make some drums. So he went out and made one of the hottest joints of the year over some drums, right? BBO Drizzy. This guy just got a personal thing with him. So their little thing might take a little longer, a little more schmoozing, and money don't always heal everything because Metro's doing okay. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he needs that money that Drake is going to generate. I don't think he wants to really kick this guy. Think about it. You put this whole plan in motion, he's down now, right? He's down. You put a whole plan in motion back in what, March, February? The whole plan, it worked. The scheme, the fiendish plot worked, right? Why would I collab with him again and bring him back up? I don't think Metro is going to bring him back up, right? I really don't. But stranger things have happened. Now, how that's going to look if Future rock with him again and Metro don't, right? That's going to be crazy. But Future is making it known. I'm open to this because why else would he retweet that, right? And maybe he just showing love so it'll look like Thug is unifying people instead of dividing them. That could help his case. I don't know, but I feel like Drake might, technically, in a business sense, it would make sense for Drake. And Drake does a lot of things for business, right? When he came back with Meek, he came out with a big record, right? When they made up, big record, boom. Him and Meek was all good, right? He didn't make it with Kanye. I think that thing is a little bit bigger. Him and Kanye and Drake, I think is a little bit bigger, a little bit nastier, right? But I don't think his thing with Future is big at all. And I think it's something like homies clash. And I don't know how good they were, but these two guys said a lot, but there was a lot of things said. Him and Jay-Z had a lot of things, little subliminals and little subs. And guess what? Jay was on the next record. Every time you looked up, Jay was on another record with him. Then he's on Jay-Z's wife's album. Only time that him and Jay really fell back when he low-key, I'm gonna use this word lightly, betrayed Beyonce, right, with the House album. So that's when you saw, when he played with his wife, he ain't like that. But him and Jay, they sparred and had their little moments and they still collabed. So I don't know. Now, this thing with Kendrick, I don't see no tweet kind of helping that situation. I don't even think Kenny be on Twitter to even see the tweet, to be honest with you. And again, I said before, I don't see these dudes incapable of speaking, right? I honestly see a call with Drake and Kendrick, and you're going to think I'm crazy. I see a call with them start with laughter. I'm just going to be honest, because that's what Nas and Jay-Z said. Jay-Z and Nas said when they first got in that first room to make amends, they saw each other and started laughing. Nas said that. He said, we just started laughing, and it worked out from there. Now, I don't know if Drake and Kendrick got that kind of relationship, but if they were to even get on the phone, you would have to have your heart have to even soften up to even do the call, right? So I see these two dudes like kind of laughing like, I got your ass, right? I don't think they would ever be cool, but I think they would kind of be mutually like, yeah, I got your ass. I got you. Yeah, you won that. He would have to give it to him. It wouldn't be you wouldn't even take the call if you're still angry. So if Drake ever took the call, it would have to be yeah, you got me. You know what I'm saying? And that would move forward. But I don't see them ever publicly collabing, doing anything like that. So let me know what you think. Did Young Thug just squash this? I don't know anybody else who could have the power to do this. Right? I don't know nobody else. So maybe Thug just moved the needle and y'all might be closer to another, what's the name of their albums? I don't know. It's Good to Be Alive, something like that. Might be looking at one. Let me know what you think in the comments. CLBMG. We just started the memberships. I'm about to get double, triple time work for you guys. I appreciate you. Subscribe to the channel. Become a member. I got a lot of good stuff lined up, gang. I'm going to catch y'all on that flip side. Peace.
Look, mission impossible to drop a few lines without dropping old times when Southern Hill was still a gold mine. When pistol grips was my shit and I sold mine. When Alias was not a show and they told mine. Elevate your mind with high quality THC infused products. BlackYeti.com. Black-Yeti.com.
CLB.